Hi, everyone. Welcome to the program. My name is Kate McDermott. I'm a pain psychologist at Massachusetts General Hospital, and I developed this program to help people with chronic pain. I've actually had some experience with pain myself, and so I'll take some time throughout these sessions to share what I've learned. But first, we're going to talk about, where does pain even come from? And I think a lot of us think that we naturally know the answer to this question. We think of pain as coming from, damage to the tissues of our body, like our musculoskeletal system. So when something hurts, we naturally look for some damage, like a broken bone or a damaged joint or a bulging disc or a torn ligament. I myself, when I broke my leg, I assumed that the pain was coming from the bone itself, which was damaged. When I broke my knee falling over, one of those parking barriers that you pull up to when you're parking your car, I also assumed the pain was coming from that damaged bone, or maybe my damaged ego. But, when I developed back pain, I also assumed I hurt something in my back that was causing my pain. But actually, the pain was coming from an entirely separate system, the nervous system. So the nervous system is your brain, your nerves, and all of the receptors that take in information from all over the body and send it back to the brain, which sends out signals such as pain or touch or temperature. So the reason I felt pain in my leg, my knee, my back is that my nerves are there. They're actually everywhere, all over the body. And so you feel pain or different sensations in different parts of your body, not because of the direct damage to those areas, but actually because your nerves are there taking in information, which then gets interpreted by the brain. So the nerves are what is responsible for the sensations we experience, and the nervous system in general is what controls that experience. So the musculoskeletal system and the nervous system really are truly separate systems. So we think it's harm in your bones, your joints, your ligaments that's causing pain, but actually it's the result of the nervous system interpreting what is happening in the rest of the body. So a great example of this is that there are actually people out there who can't feel any pain at all because of problems with their nervous system. So these people actually experience a lot of damage to their bodies, like more than the average person, because they don't have pain as a warning system to, stop them from putting their hand on a hot stove. So they get more burns, broken bones, yet they never experience pain at all. And they can have things like chronic inflammation in their body or all these things we might associate with damage to the tissues of our body, and yet they don't experience any pain because of this issue in their nervous system, because they're two separate systems. You may have noticed how separate these systems are on your last trip to that dream destination we all love, the dentist. So maybe you needed, a tooth pulled, or you were experiencing the joys of a root canal. Procedures where like a dentist is digging into your gums with very sharp tools. Yeah, if you notice, once they put the numbing injections in, you feel no pain, or the sensation changes. It's not the same, maybe like stabbing feeling. And if you even get that laughing gas turned on, sometimes you can even find yourself enjoying the procedure and then kind of wondering, well, how is this even possible? But the reason is that, even though the dentist is cutting into your gums, either way, that hasn't changed whether you get these pain-reducing medications or not. But in one situation, you're experiencing pain, and the other you don't. And the answer is that these medications are acting on the source of the pain, the nervous system, and then they're turning off the pain response. So the bottom line here is that the nervous system and the musculoskeletal system are separate systems, and you shouldn't go looking for solutions to your pain in your bones, your joints, your ligaments, discs, and other tissues. Actually, to heal your pain, you have to heal your nervous system.